What's going on, man? It's your girl, TampaMystic, and we are live and direct on the industry's most wanted podcast. Woo, Lord Jesus, that takes a lot of breath. I'm so excited to have this young lady sitting here next to me. The last time we really got to do something together, I think, was at the listening party, right?
At my listening party.
Yes, which was what studio? Well, Grand Hustle. Yep. We did it at Grand Hustle. We got Blaq checking. It was good, lover.
Hey girl, hey y'all. I'm so excited to be here.
It's so dope to see you again because I'll tell you, like, I've just really seen your elevation. I've seen you go up. I see you consistently working. I see a lot of other people posting you, and man, shout out to you and congrats on all your moves. You're doing your thing, girl. Looking all good and delicious and chocolatey and all that.
I love it.
Introduce yourself.
What's up, everybody? I'm Blaq, music artist, actress, content creator, just all around dope individual, you know.
She is an all around dope individual. Like, you just, you know, there's just something different about you in a good way. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think you have that sweet but sexy vibe appeal about you. You know what I'm saying? And that's rare because you're just 100% you.
Absolutely. Yep.
I love that.
Yep. Thank you.
That's rare in this business these days. You know, no shade, but you know,
it is what it is.
It is what it is.
Yeah.
So let's take it back so people understand your journey, right? Because you know, you didn't just wake up and see the success that you're seeing right now. You had to work really hard for it.
Very hard.
Especially as a woman in this business. It's a male-dominated business, right? So take us back. Before music, what did you aspire to do?
Before music, I wanted to like wrestle or be a pastor. Too crazy things. I always knew I wanted to do music, but I was like, I think I want to wrestle. I think I want to, preach the word because I am a God-fearing woman first. And for some reason, I just used to like fight and wrestle. I don't know what, it was like a fantasy, weird, like a fetish or something. I don't know, it was crazy. But like I started in the church, in the choir. My family we're all from Blakely, Georgia. So we're like very close knit, very country, church people and stuff like that. And then just one time, my mom ended up buying us this little Destiny Child. I can't remember if it was a CD or a tape, girl, but it was like a Christmas edition. And we ended up getting like a little karaoke machine too. And I was like, oh, I think I like this. And I would just like keep flipping and singing over it and rapping over it. And it just went from there. Like,
you just knew at that point that music was a passion for you.
Yeah, because it felt different. It's almost like how people say you're walking in the spirit.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm a different person. Like I have to snap into it and then snap out of it. So I know like Bella and Shakira is two different people, and I think that's what helps me to be organic in who I am.
Absolutely. Yeah, because if you're a musician or an actor or whatever, you have to have who you are as a person, and then you got to transition into who you are as an artist or an actor. You do have to find a balance there and kind of separate the two.
Absolutely.
So with that being said, when you first started doing music, what were the words or thoughts of people around you?
Don't do it. Go to school, stay in school. It's not gonna work. People don't really make it. I never had like full support 100% up until recently, within the last 3 or 4 years.
Now they see you making all the moves.
Exactly. And so, but I've grown to understand like that's kind of how it goes.
That's just exactly how it goes, because they don't see your vision like you see it.
Absolutely. And they're not supposed to. And that's what I had to understand.
Right.
God gave me the vision. He didn't give it to them. And I listen to a lot of motivational speaking. So I listen to E.T. I listen to Steve Harvey all the time. And Steve Harvey said this one thing. He was like, if you're doing something and you're talking about it to people and they're understanding it, you're doing the wrong shit. Like they should never understand what you're talking about.
Right.
So, and that kind of stuck with me. Your dreams should be that wild that nobody gets it but you. And even when they try to attempt to understand, they fail and they're confused. That way they can't speak curses over it or they can't speak down on it.
Absolutely. Absolutely, because you might tell somebody, I want to be an artist, and they might be like, man, you're crazy, but you think it's the most beautiful thing in the world. But you flip side it, somebody else might be like, man, I aspire to be a truck driver, you'd be like, man, you crazy. You want to be on the road all the time. But to them, that might be the best thing ever. So it's like, we can't really understand other people's visions, you know? So it is what it is. You know, some people are going to get on board along the way. With that being said, who has been one of your biggest supporters?
One of my biggest supporters has been two. So it's my kids. I love them.
Oh.
But my producer, you know, he started with me not too long after we had the listening party. I ended up meeting him, and he's stuck beside me. He's helped me to grow as an artist. He's helped me to grow as a person. I would never listen to people when it came to my music, you know, because I felt like that was my baby. But even as a parent, it's hard to raise a child yourself, and it's hard to do business alone.
Absolutely.
You know, you have to have people that have been successful. You have to have people that have failed. You know, it's hard for me to take advice from someone that hasn't went through anything. It's hard for me to take advice from someone that's won all the time, because we're not in the same shoes.
Absolutely.
So I like that healthy balance. I need, you know, someone that's lost just as much as they've gained.
Absolutely. I love that you're speaking on that, because that's a topic and a subject that I like to talk on, because somebody who hasn't done something can't tell you how to do it.
Absolutely.
You know, or at least they've got to have been around it. You know what I'm saying? Like, for example, if someone's only ever made a max of 50,000 a year in their life, they can't tell you how to get to that milli, or they'd be doing it. Yeah. But also, like you said, you got to have that healthy balance of people who've took a couple, you know, like, you know, losses per se or whatever, because they're going to say, okay, don't do it this way. You need to do it this way.
Absolutely.
That's so dope. What brought you out here to Atlanta?
My music. I'm from Blakely, Georgia, but I was living in Florida, and I left Florida and came here, and I was just living a lifestyle that, you know, I know was beyond me, that I had no business, you know what I'm saying, living. And I packed up, and I had a vision board. I live by vision boards, you know, but I had a vision board, and I wrote it all down. And a lot of stuff came, but a lot of stuff passed. You know what I'm saying? Like, I got what I wanted, and then I got this shit I didn't want.
Yeah,
you know?
It's like that. Yeah, you got to take the good with the bad.
You know? And so I was like, all right. But, you know, the good thing about it is I didn't stop. You know what I'm saying? I came here. I met people. I met good people. I met bad people. You know, I met real people. I met fake people. You know? But it's all working out, and now I feel like I'm finally in like autopilot, you know, where things can kind of just flow, and I'm comfortable with where I am. I'm not like just reaching out to people, you know, like just, it was a time where I would like beat the Instagram, beat the Facebook, beat the social medias. I'm like, hey, check me out. You should check me out. You should. And I'm so over that now. I'm like, you know, if you see me, you see me. If you don't, you don't.
Absolutely,
like,
because Slick, people, you got to think about the people that you reach out to doing that.
Yes.
How many other artists are reaching out to them saying, hey, check me out, listen to me, this, that, and the third. It's like, after a while, it becomes overwhelming.
It does. And so
yeah.
that's why I say I had to understand, like, stop going to them, pulling them to you. You just do your own thing, and they'll come. And that helped me so much.
Absolutely. So being in Atlanta has helped you how with your music?
With my music, it showed me a lot more. You know, I'm from a small town.
Yeah.
One middle school, one high, one elementary. Everyone knows everyone, you know. So coming here, I was able to experience different things. Being in Atlanta, I started in the strip club. So I was able to meet people, you know, Future, Thugs.
Absolutely.
2 Chainz, you know, all different kind of artists that I was able to build, you know, not crazy relationships with, but I was at least able to plant a seed.
Absolutely.
You know?
Yeah.
And so you would think that people don't pay attention, but I have crazy DMs and crazy messages like, I remember you from the club. Like,
that's so dope.
And so people, and they applaud that because they remember, like, I remember that girl said that, but I wasn't studying it. I just thought she was another dancer. And then now they're like, oh no, she was dead for real. Like, this was just a part of her journey. So
exactly. And Slick, to be all the way honest and real, like, the strip clubs and stuff is one of the best place to get your music broke. Absolutely. To meet people. When I moved to Atlanta, my first hosting gig was at Magic City. I hosted at Magic City every Tuesday night, and same as you, like, I got to meet a lot of these people, and like you said, you plant them seeds, and you just you never know where that relationship could take you at another time. So you have to utilize every platform for what it's worth.
You do, and then just know, like, some seeds are going to flourish and grow quicker than others. You know, like I said, I have people that I planted seeds back in 2017, 2018, and just now they're like, oh, hey, you You know, how you doing?
They seeing you moving and shaking.
Yeah, and you got to respect it because you got a lot of people that's trying to do the same thing, and you
Absolutely.
have to outwork them. You know, Rick Ross, I was at his event probably like a month ago.
Okay.
And, he just kept making a statement, make it happen. You know, you have to make yourself stand out. You know, you got a million people saying, hey, take my picture. Hey, can I get in the picture with you? Can I get in the VIP? Da, da, da. And it didn't, you know, they're not doing it. So I never forget, like, I was at his private event. And I said to myself, I was like, and I roll by myself a lot. You don't really see me with a group of people.
Yeah.
And I told my photographer, I said, when I text you to move, I need you to move. And so it was crazy because security was behind Ross. And I was like, no. I was like, Ross told me to come, you know, up here. You know, he told me to come up here and with him. And, you know, and I was lying, you know. But he said it without saying it. He said, make it happen. So I did that, you know.
My girl.
Yep, and I ended up being upstairs with him. And I got my picture. And I got what I wanted. And he was looking like, this bitch really made it up here.
She made it. Hey, you told me to make it happen.
Yeah.
But you're absolutely right. In life, we have to take risk. We always have to take risk, and we have to shoot our shot because we just, you know, if you don't, otherwise you're going to become complacent. Some people are comfortable with just being where they are. They never want to elevate and level up from that, you know, and that's cool, but we're not those people.
Exactly. And I try to tell people, like, it's funny that you said it about taking a shot. Like, I used to be a person that didn't understand life. You know, I didn't understand the importance of time. You know, we can be here today, gone tomorrow, here now.
That's right.
In 5 minutes.
Absolutely.
And so I always tell people, stop getting prepared.
Right.
Just do it.
Yeah.
Just do it.
Stop making excuses why you can't and figure out all the reasons why you should be doing it.
Just do it.
Just do it. You know, I think that's why Nike's that their slogan has stuck for so long, because that's what you have to do. You just have to just do it.
Absolutely.
You know, like, God's going to make sure he's going to take care of you.
Mm-hmm.
I believe in when you're a risk taker and you do those things, like, he's going to make sure that you're good and he's going to see you through it every single time.
They don't understand that the action is manifesting. You know, I know a lot of people say, I don't know how to manifest, but it's nothing but an action.
That's
you know,
right.
The mind is strong. You know, it's powerful. So if you can get up and say, hey, you know, I'm going to make this happen. I'm going to go to Atlanta. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. You know, even when you fall weak, even when things look like they're not going the way that they should be, you still have to know that you start here and it's never an end goal.
Yes.
Never. But it's from here to wherever this is. But the most important thing is the journey. You know, it's the middle part.
It is. And don't ever be ashamed of it.
Yeah.
Because we all go through times. I had times after I left my job and started doing this full time, I didn't know if I was going to have enough money to pay my rent or my car note. And again, that's all a part of our journey.
Yeah. And you got to be able to show that. People need to see that. You know, it's not all glitz and glamour.
Right.
Like,
there's a lot of smoke and mirrors out there.
Yes. You know, and sometimes it's okay. Sometimes in this industry, you do have to fake it till you make it.
Right.
That's the thing. But at the same time, don't put yourself in a position where you're like, okay, I got to do this because like, go through it and it's okay. Go through it and talk about it. You know?
Absolutely.
Just don't try to hide it. That's when the mental health and all these other crazy issues tap in.
Right.
When you're trying to be something that you're not. You know, go through it. Tell people, yeah, I'm pulling up, bitch. I'm pulling up in the Kia, but I'm here. You know,
I'm here.
You know, and that's all that matters. Like, whatever, just do it.
Just do it. Absolutely. Make it happen. That's the quote of today and for the rest of our life. Make it happen.
Make it happen, yes.
What would you say has been like the biggest lesson you've learned within this music business?
Don't play fair.
Elaborate for us.
The reason that I say that is because there's been so many times where I've been humble and I've been patient and I've tried to treat a lot of people in the industry as human people. And I know that might sound crazy, but these people are actors and actresses.
Yeah.
They're not your friends.
That's right. Absolutely, they are not
your friends.
That's right.
And as humble as I am and as human as I am, I had to learn you have to take that out because you will end up hurt. You know, these are the same people that'll give you their numbers and say, hey, pull up to the house and hey, da-da-da. And then when they find out you're not who they felt like you were, then they treat you like shit.
Absolutely,
you know what I'm saying?
right.
Because they forgot where they come from. And a lot of times they haven't forgot, but they don't separate the two. You know, like I said, I have to separate Bella and Shakira. I have to do that, you know, for my own sanity.
Yeah,
you feel me?
absolutely.
But a lot of people, they can't. And so you can't play fair. You know, you can't be humble coming in. You have to be a genuine person for yourself, but protect you at all costs. But just know that you know, it's a dirty game, and that's really the only way to play it. Just don't hurt nobody.
That's
if you
right.
can.
Absolutely.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, it is
Like,
a dirty game,
you know,
though.
it's a dirty game. It's no different than, and I hate to say this, but you at a card table, you got money on the line, you're gambling. You're going to do what you got to do by all means, not to miss that money,
That's
not
right.
to miss that hit. So it's like,
Absolutely.
you got to do that the same way. As long as you ain't killing nobody and putting nobody in harm's way, do what you got to do to get the job done, because they're going to do it. And playing fair
Trust
does not
me.
get you.
Yes.
It don't get you there. It don't get you there. And that goes, and I mean, that goes into marketing, streams.
Yeah.
Paying these DJs.
Yes.
Paying homage, you know, going to your fans, just really overworking people. You know, when I say not playing fair, look at what people are doing and dominate what they're doing. Don't copy what they're doing.
That's right.
Dominate them.
Yes.
You
Yes.
have to dominate, and then that's not playing fair. In football, they don't play fair. You know,
No, they sure don't.
They don't, but they win. And if you up too close, you can't see the play being ran. You got to be sometimes out a little further so you can see, you know, so you can see it happening.
Absolutely.
So that's what I mean. Like, don't play fair.
Nah, for real. Because absolutely,
can't
at
do
the end of the
it.
day, most people don't care about you. They don't care about me. They really just care about themselves. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, that's just the human nature.
Yeah, and it's okay.
You have to, yeah, you just had, like you said, you got to look out for yourself. And I like what you said earlier, too. You said that you move a lot by yourself.
Yes.
And I do the same thing. You know, I've been here since 2013. I've yet to really bond with people that I could call up and be like, hey, let's go here, let's go there. A lot of my moves I made when I first moved here was by myself, and I still move that way.
Let me tell you, that's the safest shit.
It is.
And I tell people, like, I've been that person that has had girls and men around all the time. You know, I grew up, I was always a popular person. My family is a popular family, you know, so just being around people and seeing that, you know, I'm a talkative person, not in a bad way, but I like to help. I like to share my visions. I like to get advice. You know what I'm saying? Like, but I had to understand you're talking to people, and these motherfuckers is taking what you're saying and trying to turn it into they own. It's flopping, but they're trying. They're attempting. You know, or you trying to understand. If I only told Billy this, how the hell Tiffany get the information? You know what I mean? So it's just being protective. And then I learned that in the industry, you have to be secretive, not because you want to be like super duper, but you have to protect what's yours, because if you're giving these people the plays ahead of time, you can't even run it because they already done interfered before you even got the ball.
Man,
you know?
that's big facts. You are like taking us to church today. And it's just real life stuff, and I'm glad you're speaking on that, because there's a lot of people that need to hear it.
Absolutely.
You know, you have to, and shout out to OG Bigger Rankin. That's something he told me earlier on. He said, you can't just deal with anybody. Like, you got to be picky and choosy about who you deal with, especially when it comes to your brand and your business, because that one person can make some stupid move and mess up your whole career or your whole situation. So yeah, you got to be mindful. And I've seen it happen. I'm sure you have as well. There's rappers out there that they end up in a bad situation because of the people they kept around them, their partners and stuff. And and it's just like, man, now you out here, like, you know, and it's having to sit down because of something somebody around you did, but you're guilty by association.
Exactly. And that's why it's best to just be by yourself. Like I was telling my friend the other night, you know, I was talking to him and I was like, you know, I can't wait till, you know, I could just go to the club and, you know, be in my own section with my own bottle, and people be like, that bitch really got the whole section and just sitting there by herself. Yeah, I'm cool with that.
I know that's right.
I'm cool with that. But I know one thing, when I first got to Atlanta, this is one thing I hate about promoters, and I'm saying what the fuck I'm saying.
Please say it.
But you're booking me. You're not booking my entourage. You know, what if I don't want to roll with 15 people?
Exactly.
So what if I just pay, you know, because a lot of times, you know, my shows weren't paid at first. I would pay to perform.
Of course,
Or it would be free for me to perform, but everybody with me had to pay $10 to $15. So I'm like, okay, what if I just paid the $250, nigga? Can I just come by myself?
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? It's not worth it, y'all. It's not like, and then if you're gonna do that, if you're gonna have that set entourage just for that, you have to go through and filter your people. Like, everybody's not your friend. Everybody's not meant to go to the club. Everybody's not meant to go to brunch. Everybody's not meant to go to church. Everybody's not meant to
Absolutely.
shop. So I can't honestly say I do have my group that, okay, if they say, or if I'm on a night, I just want to flex, then I can bring 40, 50 people. I have that, but those are not going to be the people that you see me with every day. You're going to see me by myself every day. And they understand that.
Yeah.
They understand that.
Well, I mean, and not only that, it gives you a peace of mind too. Like, I'm like an introvert outside of this business. I like just being home, being
Yes.
comfortable, not around people. You know what I'm saying? I think also too, it comes with maturity as well.
Absolutely.
You know, especially as women too, because we emotional.
Very. I know I'm one of them, girl. I can't believe you better believe it.
Yes, exactly. And I've been so guilty of overthinking a lot of situations. So it's like, okay, I just avoid them.
Absolutely. That's me. I like my safe place, you know?
Yes,
I
you
like
know,
my safe
you got to
place.
have a peace of mind.
My pastor said something the other day when I was watching church, and she was like, we have to have a checkers mentality. And we asked her to elaborate.
Yeah.
But, checkers got to drive through. You can't just come and sit into their
Yeah.
restaurant.
There's a little.
So you could, it's a
little,
barrier.
There's a boundary there. Right.
And when she said, I was like, that's probably some of the realest shit I done heard.
Yes, I love that. I'm going to use that now.
Yeah, shout out to Pastor Bentley, Prophetess Bentley. But that made my day. I was like, that means a lot. She was like, yeah, because y'all give people too much access to you.
Yes.
So they can get the service because you're an artist, because you're a celebrity, because you're doing this. So we have to get them the service, but you don't need to get in my safe place.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
That's why I tell people when you come, don't bring an entourage. I don't need 15 people in here.
No, right.
Because they will. Some of these rappers will show up and they'll have 10 people with them. And I'm like, I'm not letting all y'all in here because I got to feel safe. I don't know what their intentions are. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, absolutely. We got to keep ourselves in a safe place, especially as a woman, you know?
Yeah, for sure.
What would you say as a female has been like the biggest, obstacle or maybe struggle that you had to overcome potentially because you're a female?
Is the norm.
Yeah.
The norm.
The guys trying to holler.
And I have no problem with men trying to holler, but it's the
course.
fact that when you try to, use that against me, I've had DJs and promoters and hosts that, we're talking, via text or Instagram or whatever. And then, yeah, I'm going to book you and we're going to do this. I'm going to play your record, You need to pull up and no, we're not doing that. You feel me?
Right.
We're not doing that. And then you lose a lot. But like what I had to understand is you lose nothing because those are bottom of the barrel crabs.
Period.
Like, you know what I'm saying? You're a smut, and I say that from the most disrespectful place because you're supposed to be a man. You're supposed to protect. Whether I'm your sister, brother, mother, cousin, auntie, grandma, you're a man.
That's right.
And your job is to protect, and you shouldn't be that way because you have a daughter, you have a mom, you have a sister.
That's right.
And it's the business, and I'm willing to pay, but I've had people that didn't even want my money.
Man, that's crazy. So. What is wrong with y'all?
And then they don't care. It's like, they don't care. They don't care if you have whatever it could be women. They don't even tell a woman, oh, you should go get tested before.
Right.
They don't give a damn whether the woman married, sick, dying, or her dead. Y'all just want to stick and lick. Like, no, you don't. Y'all gotta do better. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, please do better.
It's dangerous.
Yeah,
it's
because
scary.
As a woman, we shouldn't have to put out to get in certain positions.
Absolutely. Those women that don't. Now, to those that do, kudos to you. Do your thing. But I'm speaking to the women that want to take an alternate route. You feel me? Like, and I've dabbled. I have dabbled and dabbled. I've never slept with anyone in the industry or nothing like that. But I have went on a date or two.
Course,
you know what I'm saying? Like, I would be
absolutely.
lying if I say I didn't. And then I learned like, okay, you went on a date with a nigga, but nothing happened.
Yeah.
Like, or they go and they spin your song that one time and you never hear that shit again in the club, or you never hear it on the radio again. So it's just not worth it. Like, just build your fans, build your fan base, build a solid fan base, because a label cannot stop you with a fan base. A promoter can't stop you with a fan base.
Facts.
A DJ cannot stop you with a fan base. Like, just build your fan base. Those the people who ask you need to be kissed.
Yes,
like,
exactly.
Yeah, take care of your fans. I'm not saying sleep with them, because I know people say that, but just take care of your fans. Give back to the community.
Yeah,
give back to
engage
your
with
fans.
them,
Yes.
and things, because fans, they love that type of stuff. If they come to your Instagram, they comment, and you respond to it, man, they're like, oh my gosh, she responded. Like, they love stuff like that. Tell us about your tour coming up.
So I have a tour coming up. It starts on the 10th of February, and it's me and Slime Life Shawty and a few other artists. This is like my first real tour, so I'm kind of nervous about it. I'm not nervous because of the tour, but I'm nervous because I'm kind of like an introvert too.
Yeah.
You know, so me, you know, you never know. You know what I'm saying? Like, you never know. It's a lot going on in the industry.
Of course.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm just like, all right, you know, I'm just praying for me. I'm praying for him. I'm praying for, you know, the other artists that's on it.
Yeah.
You know, just asking God to protect us and for us to just have an amazing tour.
Yes.
And for him to just, you know, blow our mind with merch and fans and
I
stuff
know
like
that's
that.
right.
So, yeah, I'm just like, I'm the type I just be want to like get in and out like.
Yeah,
you know?
I know. Me too.
You know,
me
so,
too.
Yeah, so it's going to be different, but like I'm super excited. I'm super excited about it.
What are some of the cities that you guys are going to be
So
in?
we're going to be in Raleigh. We're going to be in Columbus, Georgia, Columbus, Ohio.
Oh, okay.
We're going to be in Virginia, Albany, Georgia. We're going to be, it's a lot of places.
That's dope. So you said this is like your first official tour.
Yes, this is my first
Man,
official tour.
Which means it's going to lead into some other ones.
It is. It is. I'm excited. You know, like, I don't know. I just, probably like a month ago, I was in my shower before I started to move. And I was like, you know, God, I'm ready for everything that you have for me. And that was like the craziest shit I ever seen. And, you know, because everything was like overflow, overdrive, and just stuff coming, you know, out the blue. I got verified the other day. We got the tour.
I seen that.
Thank
Go,
you.
girl.
My movie is about to drop. It's called Sin and I'm Sin. So Lou Gossett Jr. is in the movie.
What?
Johnny Blaze is in the movie. The guy from Fresh is in the movie.
Ooh, congratulations.
That's in the movie.
Oh,
so
wow.
It's going to be dope.
How did that situation come about?
Okay, so crazy shit. No lie. This is the God honest truth. I was sitting at home one day and I got a phone call from a man in jail. His name is Kwame. And he was like, hey, you know, I got your number from Bree, and I know Bree, you know. And he was like, I just want you to do this role. I think you'll kill it. I've never seen this man a day in my life. And so I ended up auditioning for the role, and I didn't get the role of Sin at first. They gave me the role of Lisa, which was another person, very, you know, prominent in the movie, but she wasn't as important to me as Sin. And some stuff happened, you know, on set. And make a long story short, I end up getting the main character. And I get, you know, messages from the team all the time. And they're like, you know, this movie wouldn't be the same if it was the other way around.
That's so dope.
And so that's why I say I rap, I talk about God a lot. But I say that to say, like, you don't have to be qualified. That's why I tell people to just do it.
Yes.
Because he took me from the back of the line and, like, literally pulled me to the front and was like, this is hers. You're not going to take what I told you to get. I told y'all to give her that. You're
Absolutely.
not going to take it. So now you have to go back and rearrange. And now she's where I told you guys to put her.
Look
in
at
the
God.
beginning. So
Absolutely.
crazy.
And you have a real testimony because, you know, I think that a lot of people feel like we have to go to college and get degrees. No, like, in my opinion, you cannot teach the hustle to somebody.
No, you can't. You can't. And I didn't go to college.
Me neither, girl.
I think I did maybe 2 months
Me
in
too.
middle school. I mean, high school, girl. That was it. And I went back and got my GED in 2019, and that was it. And I ain't thought about school.
Me either. I barely got through high school, and I literally started college, and I probably did maybe 2 months. And I remember my first day in orientation, the guy that was talking to us said, in life, it's not always about what you know, it's who you know. So I'm thinking, well, what am I sitting here for? If it's about who I know, let me go out and meet the right people.
Absolutely. I now, you know, if y'all want to go to school, go. But
Yeah.
I don't, like, follow your dreams.
Nah, for real.
Because, like, your dreams is gonna be what make a way for you. You feel me? Like, if your heart and your passion is not into phlebotomy or it's not into being engineer, don't do that shit. You know, like, and you can't be afraid to tell your parents no.
That's right.
Like, a lot of suicide, a lot of mental illnesses come from that shit. Like,
correct.
Nah, do you, be you know, but just have your shit set up so that way when you be like, nah, ma, you can fend on your own, okay?
Right.
But do what you got to do to be happy. Don't let people influence you because is one of the most terrible things.
Absolutely. And if you do something, if you, go to school for law, get your own practice.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Like, don't be stuck in working for someone else in somebody else's firm. Go bigger than that. Have your own. That way you're still, in business for yourself, but you're doing what you love.
Never stop upgrading.
Never.
I learned that from Apple. Never stop upgrading.
Bro, because they make us upgrade all the time.
Girl.
I just knew. I was like, nah, I don't need the iPhone 13. As soon as I seen that cinematic mode, I kept my 12 and went and got the 13. I said, oh my goodness. Yeah. They force you, because they always come out with something dope.
They do. They do.
So we about to get into this record. Before we do that, there's 3 things I need you to do, right? Is there anything else that you want to give the people before we get into my 3 things?
No, I think I gave them.
Okay. So, first and foremost, we got to let everybody know where they can follow you and keep up with you on your social media.
Y'all can follow me everywhere at The Bella Blaq. That's TheBellaBlaq.
Okay. Second thing we got to do, we got to show people love and pay homage to the ones that are supporting the movement. So who do you want to shout out to?
Shout out to Epic Pro. I want to give a shout out to my kids. Shout out to Loto Gang. Just everybody that supports me. I appreciate y'all so much.
Yes. And last but not least, we are live on the Industry's Most Wanted podcast with the beautiful Bella Blaq. So I got to know, what makes Bella Blaq the Industry's Most Wanted?
It's the genuineness. You know what I'm saying? The genuineness. And we need a dark-skinned sister.
She's so beautiful, y'all. Like, just you. Like, you're just you, and I love that.
Thank you.
Like, because it radiates on you, inside and out. You know what I'm saying?
Thank you. I appreciate that a lot.
Yeah, so we're about to get into this record that you sent over today. It's called Keep Going.
Yes.
Tell us where were you at in your mental space when you came up with this song?
When I came up with this song, I was on my dumb shit, like dominating the man.
There you go.
I'm a Scorpio, so it was definitely giving all of my Scorpio energy, And even the video is just the kind of shit that goes on in my head.
That's good. You brought it to life.
Yeah, even if I'm having a regular conversation, I don't know. I'm a sexual person, and I don't want to hide that.
Of
I
course.
want my fans to know it. I want them to see it. So it was different for me because I don't do music like that.
Yeah.
The video was very tasteful, very oh shit, So I was like, let me show them what the fuck
I know about. That's right. Have fun with it.
Yeah.
That's what you got to do because other people are going to have fun with it too, I'm sure.
Yep.
It's available on all the digital platforms.
Yes.
So make sure you guys check it out. But I need you to go ahead and give us that official introduction.
All right, y'all. What's up? It's your girl, Bella Blaq. And this is my new single, Keep Going.
Let's go.
Industry's Most Wanted. Going. I just keep going. Going. Baby. Gonna get that paper. Can't let it lay up. Don't be getting lazy. You with a player. No, I ain't your baby. He tryna give me some head, but I can't let him stay. Suck him good, send him straight on his way. He be plotting on a and I be doing the same. Baby, I don't trust these I just sit on their face. Say he can't leave, I be him good. Tight head, right, snapper gripping the wood. Got him on.